Have you ever wondered why you wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning, even when your bladder doesn't really feel full? At first, it might seem like just a small nuisance. You shuffle to the bathroom, come back to bed, and hope to fall asleep again. But for many older adults, this nightly interruption becomes a pattern that quietly steals health. It's not just about losing rest. Repeated awakenings break deep sleep, the kind of sleep your brain and body need most. Without it, memory becomes foggier, mood turns heavier, and the immune system weakens over time. Doctors have a name for this, nocturia, but for most people, it's simply exhausting. And here's the surprising truth. Your bladder isn't always the problem. In many cases, your nerves are sending false alarms. Instead of waiting until the bladder is truly full, they start firing too early, tricking your brain into thinking you must wake up. Night after night, this false urgency leaves people frustrated. But here's the hopeful part. There are natural, gentle ways to retrain your body. You don't have to rely only on pills or accept sleepless nights as just part of aging. In this video, I'm going to share not only why the body wakes up so often after 60, but also how pressing 3 simple points before bed can help calm the bladder, relax the nerves, and restore peaceful sleep. These points come from the ancient wisdom of acupressure, but they're also supported by modern science. And the best part? You can do it right in your own bedroom in just a few minutes each night. So grab a comfortable seat, stay with me, and by the end, you'll have a simple step-by-step routine you can try tonight. Let's take a closer look at what actually happens in the body. One of the biggest changes that occurs with age is in a hormone called vasopressin. This hormone tells your kidneys to slow down urine production at night, so you can sleep without interruption. When you're young, vasopressin works like a night watchman, keeping the bladder calm until morning. But after 60, the body produces less of it. Without enough vasopressin, the kidneys keep working almost as if it's daytime, producing more urine than your bladder can comfortably hold. At the same time, the bladder itself changes with age. When you were younger, your bladder could hold nearly 2 full cups of liquid before it signaled your brain. After 60, that capacity often shrinks to just half a cup, about 150 milliliters. Imagine being pulled out of sleep even though your bladder is barely half full. That's exactly what happens. On top of this, the bladder nerves become more sensitive. They send urgent messages to your brain long before it's truly necessary. So even a small amount of urine can feel like an emergency. And that's not all. Lifestyle plays a big role too. A salty dinner, a glass of water right before bed, or even that comforting bowl of soup after sunset can load your bladder at the worst time. Stress adds another layer, tightening the nervous system and making the bladder even more reactive. Medications for blood pressure, diabetes, or heart conditions often increase urine output as well, creating another challenge. For someone in New York or New Delhi, the experience feels the same. You may wake 3 or 4 times a night, not because your body is broken, but because small habits and changes are working against you. But here's the good news. These changes don't mean you're powerless. With awareness and a few simple adjustments, you can guide your body back toward longer, calmer nights of rest. Sometimes the solution is not about adding something new, but about removing the small habits that sabotage your sleep. Let's go through the most common culprits. 1. Late fluids. Many older adults drink large amounts of water after dinner, thinking it will help them stay hydrated. But this puts extra strain on the kidneys and bladder exactly when you need them to rest. A better approach is to shift most of your fluids to earlier in the day and finish your last full glass by around 7 p.m. Salt at dinner. Salty foods don't just raise blood pressure, they also make you thirsty and cause the body to hold on to extra fluid. Later in the night, your body has to get rid of that fluid, which means more trips to the bathroom. Reducing salt in your evening meal can make a surprising difference. 3. Stress and tension. The nervous system plays a huge role in bladder control. When you're stressed, your body goes into fight or flight mode. This tightens the bladder nerves, making them fire more often. That's why stress before bedtime often leads to restless nights. 4. Medications. Certain medicines, especially diuretics, heart drugs, and some for blood pressure, naturally increase urine output. Always talk to your doctor before making changes, but simply shifting the timing of these medications earlier in the day can sometimes reduce nighttime trips. 5 evening habits. That bowl of soup, a cup of tea, or even fruit with high water content can sneak in more fluids than you realize. Being mindful of evening choices can reduce bladder load overnight. None of these habits on their own may seem like a big deal, but together they create the perfect storm that pulls you out of bed again and again. The hopeful part is that by adjusting these small routines, you can retrain your body without major sacrifice. And when combined with acupressure, a safe, gentle practice, you'll have an even stronger way to calm the bladder and restore control. Now let's talk about the heart of this approach, acupressure. For many older adults, the idea of taking yet another pill at night feels heavy and unwelcome. Acupressure offers something different. It's simple, natural, and free. You don't need special tools or long training, just your own hands. The principle is straightforward. By applying gentle pressure to specific points on the body, you can calm overactive nerves, improve circulation, and send a clear message to the bladder that it's safe to rest. Think of it like turning down the volume on a radio that's been playing too loudly. The nerves that control your bladder are sensitive, and with age they can start firing too soon. Acupressure helps reset those signals so your brain doesn't receive false alarms at 2 in the morning. This is not about magic, and it's not about instant cures. It's about guiding your body gently night after night until it remembers how to rest. The beauty of acupressure lies in its simplicity. You don't have to bend, stretch, or strain. You can do it while sitting in a chair or lying on your bed. And most importantly, it empowers you. Instead of feeling helpless, you realize that with your own hands, you can influence your health. In the next chapters, I'll walk you through 3 bladder points that are especially powerful. They come from generations of Indian, Chinese, and Japanese healing traditions. They are safe, easy to find, and surprisingly effective when practiced consistently. Are you ready? Let's begin with the first point right at the center of your foot. The first point is one of the most famous in acupressure. In Chinese medicine, it's called kidney 1, or the bubbling spring. Don't worry about the name, it's simply the lowest energy point on the body, located right on the sole of your foot. Here's how to find it. Sit comfortably and place one ankle on top of your other knee. Look at the bottom of your foot. The point is located about 1/3 down from the base of your toes, right in the soft depression in the middle of your sole. When you press this point, it may feel slightly tender. That's normal. This spot connects directly to the kidney and bladder meridians. By gently massaging it, you calm the nervous signals that keep your bladder overactive at night. To practice, use your thumb to press the point in small circular motions. Apply steady, comfortable pressure for about 1 minute on each foot. You don't need to force it. Gentle but consistent pressure works best. As you do this, breathe slowly and imagine the tension draining from your body. Many people notice that their feet warm up and they feel calmer almost immediately. That's a sign that circulation and nerve signals are adjusting. Try this every night before bed. Over time, it tells your body it's safe to rest. You don't need to wake me up for no reason. The second point is found behind the knee, right in the crease. In acupuncture, it's known as bladder 40 or Weisong. This point has been used for centuries to help with lower back pain, bladder problems, and stiffness in the legs. To locate it, sit on a chair with your feet flat on the ground. Bend your knee slightly, place your fingers in the center of the crease at the back of your knee. You'll feel a slight dip. That's the spot. Now here's how to stimulate it. Use your thumb or fingers to press into this point gently but firmly. Hold for about 30 seconds, then release and repeat 3 times. If reaching behind your knee is uncomfortable, you can simply massage the area with your palm in small circles. This point helps relax the bladder nerves that travel through the lower spine. It also improves blood flow in the legs, which reduces the buildup of fluid that often shifts into the bladder at night. Many older adults notice that when they add this step to their evening routine, their legs feel lighter and their nighttime urgency decreases. It's a small action with a surprisingly big effect. The third point is located in the lower back, right above your waistline. In acupuncture, it's called bladder 23, also known as the kidney shoe point. Don't worry if you can't press it directly with your fingers. There are easy ways to stimulate it. Here's how to find it. Place your hands on your lower back, right where your thumbs rest naturally beside your spine. The points are located about 2 finger widths away from the spine on each side. To practice, Use your fists or knuckles to gently rub the area in circles for about 1 minute. You can also place a warm heating pad or even rub the area with your palms until you feel gentle warmth. This point is especially powerful for calming the kidneys and bladder. In traditional medicine, it's seen as the energy center for urinary health. In modern terms, massaging this area relaxes the deep nerves connected to bladder control. If you often feel lower back stiffness along with nighttime urination, this point may feel particularly relieving. Now let's put it all together. Here's a step-by-step routine you can try tonight. Find a quiet spot. Sit comfortably on your bed or a chair. Take a few deep breaths to relax. Start with your feet. Massage the bubbling spring point on each sole for 1 minute. Use gentle circular pressure. Move to your knees. Press the point behind each knee for about 30 seconds. Release and repeat 3 times. Finish with your lower back. Rub or massage the area near your spine for 1 to 2 minutes until you feel warmth. That's it. The whole process takes about 7 minutes. If you like, you can add slow breathing or calming music to make it more enjoyable. Consistency is key. You may not notice big changes after one night, but within a week or 2, many people find they wake up less often. And even when they do wake up, they fall back asleep more easily. Think of it like teaching your bladder new habits. Just as a child can learn when it's time to sleep, your body can relearn too. Let me share a couple of stories that show how powerful small changes can be. Case 1. Margaret, 72. Margaret used to wake up 4 times a night, every single night. She thought it was just part of aging, but she began practicing the foot and knee points before bed. After 2 weeks, she noticed she was only waking up once. "It feels like I got a piece of my life back," she said. Case 2. Ravi, 65. Ravi from Mumbai had a long history of high blood pressure. He drank tea late at night and assumed nothing could help. After reducing evening fluids and adding the lower back massage, he was shocked. His nights went from 3 bathroom trips down to 1. Case 3. Helen, 80. Helen was skeptical at first. "How could pressing my feet help my bladder?" she asked. But after a month of consistent practice, she realized she was falling back asleep faster. Even if she woke up once, she no longer lay awake for hours. These are not miracles. They are simply the body's natural ability to rebalance when given the right signals. If you've been struggling with waking up at night, I want you to remember this. You're not alone and you're not powerless. Yes, aging brings changes. Hormones shift, the bladder becomes more sensitive, and nerves sometimes send false alarms. But that doesn't mean you must accept endless sleepless nights. By making small adjustments, reducing evening fluids, cutting down on salt, managing stress, and practicing acupressure, you give your body a chance to reset. And when you add a short nightly routine, you're not just calming your bladder, you're also telling your brain, it's time to rest. I deserve peace tonight. Imagine waking up in the morning and realizing you slept through the night or maybe only got up once. That kind of rest changes everything. Your mood, your memory, your energy, even your heart health. So here's my invitation. Try the 7-minute routine tonight. Stick with it for a week. Notice how your body responds. Small steps can bring big relief, and most importantly, never forget you deserve to sleep deeply, no matter your age.